photographer here on the Eyre Peninsula, and I am a huge body positivity activist and breastfeeding activist and birth and all the rest, and in particularly postpartum. They feel like they have to bounce back and they need to look the same that they did before giving birth, and nobody ever looks the same as they did before they gave birth. You know, you might fit into those jeans, but your waist is wider, your skin is looser, you have marks, and it's just your mindset. Just your mindset after you give birth is different. Nobody bounces back. You know, you just gave life to this beautiful little human. You know, it's a huge change. I don't encourage everybody to feel amazing about it straight away, but embrace it. You know, everybody's body is different, and they shouldn't have to feel a certain way and feel like they need to look a certain way. Everybody's different colour, different shape, different size. Some people have cesareans, so they've got the scars or the stretch marks, or you know, different ages even, so different age postpartum bodies, just to see that they're all different and they can embrace it more. They can see how beautiful they are through my eyes. You know, I can show them how I see them, and they see that when they receive their photos. So I left school at 14. I hit a rough patch hanging around with all the wrong crowd and all the wrong people, did a lot of bad things, and so I got kicked out of school and just made it work. Went and worked, done what I needed to do to survive, really, living at home as well. In year 10 at school, not long before I left, I did intro to photography, and that was back in the dark room, so you're developing it all yourself, and I loved it then. And then once I had my first child, I realised how beautiful being a mum and birth and all that is, so I decided to pick myself up a DSLR camera and focus on that. I made it into a business and started documenting those moments for other people. With my third daughter, I had a VBAC birth, so I had a vaginal birth after a cesarean, and I realised how uncommon that really is. So I went on to become a VBAC doula. I also went on to be a birth doula. It's beautiful. I don't think there's anything more beautiful or amazing than seeing a woman harness her strength to give birth. They don't even realise the strength they have. And sitting back and watching them and being able to photograph and document that is pretty amazing.
I've come along today to celebrate all mums, all postpartum bodies, because we're all so unique and individual and worthy of being celebrated. It definitely changes after you have a baby, and I know for myself personally, always having like a nice flat tummy, always being so skinny, and then after I had my daughter, who was just ginormous, and yeah, got all the stretch marks, and my body changed so much, and it has taken years for me to get to the point where I can actually be happy and confident with my body and really love what it is now. I love my body so much more now than what I did 6 years ago before becoming a mum. You talk to yourself as though you are your own best friend, and you would never say to your best friend that, like, oh, your tummy's a little bit, you know, loose or whatever. So just say to yourself that, you know, my body is perfect as it is, and that's what I would say to a friend. You are perfect, you are unique, you are you, and say that to yourself as well.
I'm here to be around other women who are wanting to squash the unrealistic beauty standards that we're held up against and celebrate our bodies for what they've done as well as what they look like now. I see a real lack of confidence, and yeah, I don't know, I guess I feel like there's a real emphasis on what we look like versus what our body has done. Has brought new life into the world, and every day we're stretched mentally and physically looking after children. So I think that the more we celebrate, yeah, what we've done and what we can do with our body and function as opposed to aesthetics, it's much nicer for the mum. I think it's really powerful that everyone's here for the same reason, and I think it's really nice to be around, all these beautiful mums who are keen to show off their body and like I keep saying, what it's done, because it's brought life into the world. And I feel like we can definitely pass down certain messages around our body. So there's people here with their children today, and I think that's really powerful and really special to show those children and those babies, how amazing we are.
I hope they leave feeling confident and happy and loving themselves, really. Feeling how amazing they really are and seeing how amazing they really are.